Hello everybody. Something a little different today. Today we are going to not do a gaming video, unboxing, anything else. We will, however, still be drinking coffee out of the Halloween mug. But, a little quick rundown. I work a very aggravating job. Weekends, I make bread. Yeah, it's exciting, I know. But this one, we are going to do sourdough bread from scratch, kinda. And in order to do this, I picked up a new proofing bowl. This rattan proofing bowl, cloth cover, and it came with a sourdough starter, which is what we are going to use. So, let's get right to it. So, comes with sourdough starter. For a sourdough starter, you need to mix 2 cups of bread flour, which I have, and 2 cups of warm water. They say between 85 and 90, or just doing warm. Need my container. You want at least a quart container for this, apparently. Set these off to the side. So, as usual, can't find my 1 cup cups. So, we're using half cup. So, for these guys, while I'm doing that, I will point out that we are doing this in the kitchen that I learned to cook in as a child. Making eggs, bacon, pancakes in bacon grease, which if you haven't tried, unbelievable. Alright, so we have our 2 cups of flour. To that, we are going to add 2 cups of the warm water. One thing when I was looking this up, because I've never made sourdough before, is not out of the tap. Here we have fluoride and chlorine in our tap water. That is bad. So, is that half? 1 cup. 1.5, and 2 cups warm water. To that, we add the packet of the starter that came with the proofing bowl. This is Gold Rush brand, old-fashioned San Francisco style sourdough. Contains starter. Starter is cultured or sourdough culture and unbleached hard white flour. No fillers, commercial, years of experience, yada yada yada. So we'll open this up. And this all goes in as well. Now, we're also going to do another one, which is the more natural, as I step off screen to throw that in the garbage. Then you just mix this up till you get all the lumps out. Doodle-doo-doodle-doo. Stir well with wooden spoon. It's getting kind of the consistency of a pretty thick pancake batter. But you want to get all the chunks, all the wet out that will form in there. And this looks like it might be pretty good. Now, all you do Put that in the sink. Cover it with a towel. I have a tea towel here. Actually, flour sack towel. I got tons of these because they work great around the kitchen. Cover it with that. Put it somewhere warmish, room temperature. And you let that sit for like 4 hours until the next step. After that, and this is going to drive me insane, so clear this up real quick. We are also going to do all natural sourdough starter. Give that a shot too. For that, I got a little scale, which we will turn on. I'm just going to make this in a little cup for the first one. And that is just equal parts flour and water. Let the natural yeast from the environment get in there and start the process. So, put the cup on here, tear it out, and you know what? We will go kinda decent. We're gonna do quarter each. So, let's do a quarter cup of the bread flour first, so that I can still use this cup without it falling. So, quarter cup of bread flour. In you go. Alright, so that is 37 grams. Tear it out to 0. And we will add 37 grams of water. Preferably in the cup. And then we are going to mix that up into a slurry like. And yeah, it says basically after 4 hours, you're going to add the same amount to that other one. The same amount of water and flour. And the same thing with this one. Although this one, they say to take half of it out and then replace it. And then after the 4 hours, you do it again after 8 hours. And then basically once a day, and what you're doing is you're feeding the yeast. You usually don't see much of a reaction, apparently, until like the 4th day. And you can't really bake with it until, well, I won't be able to bake with it until the next weekend. But the nice thing is, once it is started, as long as you keep feeding it, and after you get a good starter going, basically, as I step off here to grab some plastic wrap real quick. But you get a good starter going, is you can put it in the fridge, which will kind of slow down the yeast, because the yeast needs warm. For this, I'm just going to grab a plastic bag. Just put it over the top so dust and stuff doesn't get into it. I have dogs, Dusty. And we'll set that up here as well. But yeah, you put it in the fridge. It slows down the yeast. And after a while, I've seen a few different ones. It depends on how often you're going to bake with it, because when you bake with it, you're not using all the starter. You're just going to use a portion of it, but you still have that starter going. You can just refeed it, and basically it turns into what they call a mother culture. And keep feeding it, keep using it forever. I think I saw a couple where some of the cultures were like, 80 years old, passed down through families and stuff. But that's the start of it and the end of the first video. So have fun. See you in a while. Oh, and like the video games. Be good. Bye bye.